Something strange is happening to me here. Something beautiful, strange, not horrible, strange. I'm really starting to notice that everything is different in very many ways. Physically, I'm different. I literally lost 55 pounds in the last year. So my body is an actual physically in a different state. The rhythm of life that I'm experiencing here is different. You know, work is different, times of working are different, how I work is different. Definitely the habits that I've maybe had for many, many years are starting to change as well. Meals are different, the times we eat, how we eat, what we eat. And probably the biggest thing is what's important to me is different. I'm starting to adopt the Italian ways of thinking about what's important in life. And in Italy, they have a saying here, especially in Sicily, that hanno I suoi tempi, which means everybody has their time, everybody has their rhythm. And it's a relaxed, calm way of experiencing your life that I really can't describe. But the other day I was having a chat with one of the agents here, and he said to me, "You aren't who you were anymore." He was really, really shocked and surprised and impressed almost by the fact that what he said to me is, he said, it's like you push the reset button. I had shared with him my physical transformation and told him the story of me being here. And he said, wow, that's like you completely changed your life, which is, I guess what I did. Not I guess what I did, it's what I've done. And I thought about a butterfly. I don't know if you've heard about the transformation. Well, we all know about the transformation of a butterfly from a caterpillar. And we think that, some people think that a caterpillar goes into the cocoon and it grows wings. But in the transformation that a butterfly goes through is metamorphosis. And what the caterpillar does in the cocoon is it actually breaks down. The old body dies and a new body forms. It's one of the rare species in the universe that actually breaks down into nothing in order to recreate itself into something completely different, and thus the transformation. The symbolism of a butterfly is beautiful. A lot of people have tattoos of butterflies, or they just like a butterfly because they think that it's beautiful. But a butterfly symbolizes many things: resurrection, change, renewal, hope, endurance, and courage. And I kind of feel like a butterfly right now because I feel like I'm going through all of those stages. And the biggest thing that I've noticed about myself is the emotional state, the change in my emotional state. And what I'm really, really paying attention to and focusing on, and what's really come to mind for me, especially after that conversation with that agent, is that I am changing. And the one thing that I'm working on and challenging myself with is the way that I make decisions. I'm almost 50 years old, and I feel like I'm finally learning to make decisions for myself. Normally, you think about when you make decisions, how you make them. A lot of it for me is, through my life, I've made decisions based on what others think about me, what others will say about me. But more than that, I've always made decisions keeping in mind, my family, especially my parents, my children. And I noticed, looking back now and reflecting on this, that I've made so many decisions in my life in order to make my mom happy, who I love very much, in order to make my children happy, who I also love very much. But I'm really starting to see that a lot of the decisions that I've made, I didn't actually make them for me. Or if I did make them for me, there was still some element of making the decision in order to make sure that everybody else was happy. So I feel like now, at the ripe old age of 49, that I think it's time for me to make my own decisions that are right for me. And it's a little bit scary, kind of, because again, that demon or that inner villain creeps in about, but what about my parents, and what about my children, and what about everything else? But I think when you're making decisions and you make them for yourself, that's what actually gives life meaning. And it's really hard to describe because it really is this weird feeling that I've especially been feeling this last week. Today is 4 weeks that I've been here, so it's almost a month. And I feel like I'm living a different life. I am living a different life. And it's really, really exciting. I don't know how to explain it or describe it to you, other than there's a freedom right now about who I am and how I feel that is beyond really anything that I could, ever put into words. So that's what I'm challenging myself with right now, and that's what I'm working on. Is I have a lot of decisions to make, and those decisions I want to make them for me. I don't want to be inconsiderate or disregard who and what is important in my life. But the most important thing in my life is me. And finally having realized that is liberating for sure. So I do have a lot of decisions to make, and I definitely will make them, but I'm going to make them ai miei tempi, in my time. And in the meantime, I'm just enjoying every single second of this beautiful journey that I decided to take on for myself anyway. So I'm gonna enjoy it.